Hello, friends of Adam. My name is Jeffrey Phillips. This is my second installation of response videos to videos I find on the internet criticizing Adam or any of the things he's doing. So this month I found a video by a girl named Zen Allegra, who's pretty cute. I got pretty excited because when I first saw the video, I was like, "Oh, cool, cute libertarian girl who's doing a a video promoting Adam's March." And libertarian girls are like unicorns in this movement, or at least cute libertarian girls. And the girls that we've had, Julie Borowski, Amanda Billy Rock, kill it. They're amazing. They're so awesome that they did. So I had high hopes for this video, but then this happened.
The Second American Revolution has started. Grab your muskets. It's time to storm the Capitol. Second American Revolution? Storm the Capitol? Yes, don't cower before tyrants. Exercise your right. I thought we were making headway. I thought public opinion was finally coming our way. We defeated gun control in the Senate.
We defeated gun control? There's no gun control in the U.S. anymore? Amazing. I'm going to go pull the bullet buttons off all my AKs. That sounds so cool. I totally didn't know that happened. You think I would have totally heard about that if we defeated gun control?
We don't need permission to exercise our rights. We've had plenty of open carry marches that people have supported. All of them have been to support open carry that was already legal. There's been no open carry marches to make open carry legal.
You need to maybe use Google a little bit more.
Don't stand down and cower before tyrants. It's our right. What about the rights to just free speech and voting?
Oh yeah, voting. That's right. Totally forgot about that. Never mind.
Ballot box before ammunition box? We will not cower before government. Make no mistake about this. This is an armed revolt. We are being peaceful. It's not really a peaceful thing. It's a classic military show of dominance. You want to march your armed regiment through their capital city, and you want them to let you do it unharmed.
No, we meant to march on our capital city. And yes, we do expect to not be harmed.
In fact, you're hoping that their armed forces are going to join in your celebratory parade.
The last time, the last march, I was the national coordinator for it, and I answered every single piece of email that had to do with that march, and I gotta tell you, I'd say at least 50 to 60% of the people who contacted us about that march were police and military who are fed up with being the tools for the government right now. So for you to just make an assumption that we were silly to believe that any police or military would want to be involved, you obviously don't know Adam very well. Google his Ron Paul for the troops for Ron Paul march. I mean, that's what Adam does is get these types of people together. So yeah, sorry.
You're hoping that this action will reach out to those on the other side of the line. I'm pretty sure that reaching out to those on the police force who have to enforce this would mean changing the laws that they are required to enforce.
Oh yeah, and that's really easy to do through how? Oh, that's right, voting, right?
But there's no talk of that. Kokesh isn't from the D.C. district. There's no legislation or public push to make open carry legal in D.C. They just want to show up and do it because they should be able to as free people?
Correct. You're right. 100% correct.
I'm very, very, very uncomfortable with the fact that the libertarian name is being attached to Kokesh.
Well, for one, Adam is not a libertarian. He's an anarchist. For two, Adam Kokesh has done more for the libertarian movement than you ever will in your entire life. And no matter how much, how many videos you make slandering him won't ever change that, so...
While he's calling for a violent overthrow of the...
Never once did he call for a violent overthrow. Just because guns are around doesn't mean that violence is happening. If I put a gun right here on the table, that's not violence. Guns don't equal violence. An act. Violence is an act, a physical act, not a inanimate object. So you've been wrong multiple times on that. Guns. Every day, when you see a police officer, is he performing violence when he's walking down the street or driving down the street? I mean, of course, in case he may be performing some sort of violence. They do it all the time, but you don't consider a police officer with a handgun violence. So why would you consider a freedom-loving person who believes in the non-aggression principle to be violent just because they're open carrying?
Government. And I'm sick of a lot of people saying, oh, we tried that.
So when then is going to be the right time? When they're kicking down your door? When they're taking 80% of your wages from you? When? Because I pay attention to the things that have been going on with our country for the last 100 years, and yeah, things have changed a lot. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'd like to hear what point you think would be the right time to do this.
We tried voting; it didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
It has been doing something, and no, we haven't been trying hard enough. There are going to be so many families.
So if you vote every year, and that's your only means of changing the laws, so how do you vote harder? Like when you put the ballot in, do you like hit it really hard? Like, I don't understand what this trying harder is if you believe that the only way of changing anything is by voting. Seems kind of silly.
Tourists in D.C. celebrating our nation's birth.
Oh yes, save the do it for the children, right? You know, I've heard plenty of anti-liberty groups use this argument.
Day, and you want to use it as a way to get your name out there, Adam. I'm saying that because I don't see much of an upside for anyone else. Maybe.
So you don't see an upside to citizens who are grown up making a decision to send the politicians in D.C. a message that is basically saying, "Hey, we're here, guys. No matter how much you try and make it seem like we don't exist out here, we are here. And if you don't stop fucking up what's going on, we're gonna kick your ass." So
you've already gotten your right to vote and own a firearm taken away, but plenty of people haven't.
I don't. Nobody has a right to take my ability to defend myself away from me. So it's pretty funny that you call yourself a libertarian and you use the argument against what we're doing because we're breaking the law. And if you're a libertarian, you believe in smaller governments. Therefore, less law, less regulation. So why would you use your argument against other freedom-loving people be based on the fact that we're breaking the law?
What you're asking people to do is to be arrested for a felony. And
oh, no.
And in quite a few states, surprisingly, felons lose their right to vote. and they also lose their right to own a firearm. So
No.
I would love to say, Adam, that you're not being an agent provocateur, but I don't see any upside to this. If all of you get arrested, what will...
How big do you think the prison is in Washington, D.C.? Because we were scheduled to have roughly between 6,000 and 10,000 people show up, and I don't really see how D.C. police, Parks Police, would be able to handle that many people, and I don't know, maybe you weren't really, maybe you didn't fulfill the whole thought before you started opening up your mouth.
Well, you have proved that open carry isn't allowed in D.C. Pretty sure we already knew that. I don't see this kind of
Open carry
action working anywhere else. I used to live outside of Chicago, and I can tell you that a big armed group of people would not suddenly make Chicago gun-friendly.
So you don't understand standing up for your rights rather than just letting them all disappear? Chicago, I mean, you're basically arguing gun control for the whole country. If there was a law tomorrow saying that gun control or guns were illegal all over the country, would you be arguing this same point? Because it seems like, you still very much believe in the law, and especially unconstitutional laws. The law not to, the open carry law in anywhere, in any state, is unconstitutional, and the fact that you would make, a 10-minute video arguing for a unconstitutional law, being a libertarian, it just seems like a conflict to me, at least. And I most definitely wouldn't spend any energy, arguing for any type of unconstitutional law. And then especially arguing that the government has the ability to take away your natural right. I feel like I'm watching a video from, someone from the Brady campaign against gun violence, arguing for taking guns away from people.
The only thing that it can do is make gun activists look crazy.